Morning everyone, just in the saw shop, Sunday morning, I don't know, 9 o'clock-ish. Supposed to plant the garden this morning, or today, but we got 2.5 inches of rain last night. That might not be a lot for some of you, but for us, we got clay soil that don't drain very fast, so I hope my neighbor's crops are okay. Everybody just planted here, so, or just seeded rather, so put you down here. Notice there's a lot of talk about 272. I'm diving back into it. I feel something. I don't. If I put this saw in most people's hands, they'd say, "Wow, it's good." Don't get me wrong. I'm sure there's better out there, but for me, this is a good saw. This saw is lacking fuel slightly. Okay. I've played with the carburetor. I've done a few things to rule out anything of that nature. So what I'm going to do, I'm actually going to take this jug off and I'm going to do a little more grinding on it. I'm going to adjust a couple of my numbers. Building saws is art and science. I had a set of numbers that I picked for this saw and I'm trying it. I tend to start conservative, okay? Because if you go too far on your grinding, you're not putting material back. So, put you up here for a minute. So, it's a balancing act. Torque, horsepower. Too much fuel, not enough fuel. Like it's not difficult, but it's time consuming. Because you want the end user of this thing to really enjoy the saw, and you want the saw to work everywhere. You want it to be fast in small wood, and you want it to pull a long bar buried, as fast as can be, right? Which isn't the easiest task. This saw is a screamer right now, which is what I wanted. I wanted this thing warm, but I noticed when I tack it, it's not tuning where I want it. It seems to go a little lean. It's leaner than I'd like it. So remember, I cut firewood in 30 below in winter, 25 below. I can't have a saw that's too lean, because I got to be able to add that extra fuel in winter, which means my timing numbers might be a little different than somebody who only cuts where it's warm. So, anyhow, I'm going to go back into this thing and make it better. I know what I need to do, or I'm pretty sure. I'm going to add a few degrees to one of my specs or one of my numbers, and we should be good to go. So, one thing I want to say, assembly silicone, some people say, oh, don't use that, you need to run a gasket. I read it a lot, I see it in videos, and again, I'm not interested in arguing about this kind of stuff. Just for anybody that's like thinking you have to use a gasket, this cylinder has no bolts in it. Okay, all the bolts are loose. There's no gasket in there. Okay, I can't pull that cylinder off. Okay, I use, see if you can see that, Permatex Moto Seal. Okay, I have to do this. Okay. That's how you get the cylinder off. So, for anybody that's curious, okay, if you install that stuff perfectly, it won't fail. I don't believe it will. I haven't seen it yet. I don't use gaskets. I've never had one fail yet. So, in 30 below all the way up to, it gets into the high 90s Fahrenheit here, in the 30s. high humidity. I run my saws in all temperatures, okay? From the coldest of the cold to the hottest of the hot. So, just so you know, that's my opinion on this. Anyways, I'm going to get to grinding. Hope everybody's having a great day. Take her easy.